Hello, and welcome to Ad-lib Heroes. I'm Joey, a lifelong writer and DM. At our table today, we have...
Hi, I'm TJ, and I play Kirith Odell.
I'm Riley, and I play Grimlock Seasway.
Hi, I'm Bev, and I play Olivia Fortier.
Previously on Ad-lib Heroes, Kirith, Grimlock, and Olivia had gone to take the doctor to the Aubert farmhouse after an orc attack. Looking through the wreckage of the attack, they found tracks that led into the woods. Deciding they may be able to ask Mayor Isaac from Gralou for more money, they decided to follow the tracks into the woods. There they met Cherry Boots, a pixie knight, and her giant owl, Reginald. They offered her saltwater taffy in exchange to have her help them scout for where the orcs were. She returned, telling them that most of the orcs had left the ruined castle they used as a headquarters in the woods, but there were still a few orc cultists and orcs left there. The group decided to investigate further and managed to clear out all the orcish cultists and orcs they found in the castle. However, the final fight had left them very badly hurt, and they locked themselves in the tower. Before they had locked themselves in, they had found a map that showed a red circle near Aboulant, which is Olivia's hometown. We rejoin the party as they wake up after that long rest.
You guys feeling good to go? I'm pretty nervous about...
As good as I ever am.
Yeah?
Cracked my back like 20 times. And just it's a rough one, but yeah.
I just kind of pushed all the orc bodies out the door.
Just down the stairs. How did I not wake up?
Well, 'cause I made sure they wouldn't wake up. I was really scared. I wanted to make sure that they wouldn't wake up before you guys, but I don't know.
Good job.
It's not an easy choice.
Yeah. But now I'm kind of afraid that their friends, maybe their stronger friends, are headed to where, my entire family, most of my friends, the kids I grew up with, my teachers.
Oh, they definitely are.
Oh, good. I'll roll out the map. Which way do we think is the fastest?
So, if you remember, when you were looking at the map, there are lines for their planned routes. They are planning to head through heavy trees and staying off of the main roads. So if you went back to Gralou, the village you started in, and then hurried, you could get to Aboulant by sunset. And it is pre-dawn right now as you're waking up.
So they're planning on taking back roads, it looks like, through heavily forested areas with a lot of people. They want the element of surprise, which is going to cost them time. We can take the highway and beat them there by, I don't know, minimum a few hours.
Okay, let's do that. We can maybe figure out what this other dribble. I hold up the other papers that were from in the map room. What this other stuff means later, and just rush.
Someone in your home village speaks Orcish.
My teacher might. She knows a lot of stuff. She's old, like you seem to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. You're just really grumpy, and she's really grumpy, and.
I'll have you know, I'm only 97.
Ooh, smokes.
Yeah, it's still
Is that?
That's
still a bit of a baby. It kind of explains some stuff.
Wait, how old are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That's why I asked.
Oh. That's a shame.
We gotta get going.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So yeah, as you head back through the woods, it is much easier going back than it was finding your way here, even though the woods seem a little bit spooky as you head through them in the early morning. dew clinging to the grass and dripping off the leaves of the tree. Every once in a while, you think you hear some distant cackling laughter.
It's the bitter butter goblins.
Or it's Sherry Boots. The Fae are weird.
I think her laugh would be more melodic.
Sometimes. Probably. And other times, probably not. The Fae are weird.
So are you guys stopping in the roadside village of Grelu at all when you get there?
I would like to.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to grab my stuff.
Okay. So yeah, you head back to the Red Smoke Inn and you see Rux, the lizard man owner there, and he's like, hey, so you're done working here then, eh?
How'd you know?
Because I had to wash dishes last night and I hate it.
That's fair. It's pretty terrible.
That's why I pay dwarves to do it.
I guess I do just kind of take the shit jobs and kind of smile through it. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess I won't be needing this anymore, and I'll hand you the horrendously greasy apron.
So he takes it and he says, just wait. And he goes in the back and he comes out and he's like, here are some biscuits. You take them with you. You come back here, you can work for me again.
It's perfect. Thanks for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Rux?
Yeah, Rux is the lizard man.
First of all, I'd like to buy one of your pipes. And like half a pound of tobacco.
Okay.
It has been a rough day.
So yeah, he's taking you through them. When you're thinking of the buying power of money, think of a copper as $1.
Yeah.
So he's got simple pipes from 5 copper all the way up to a couple pipes that are so intricately carved, he's charging a gold or the equivalent of $100 for them.
Probably just like a simple, like long-stemmed kind of Gandalf looking.
Okay. Yeah, you can get one of those for about 6 copper, and then for the half pound of tobacco, another 2 copper.
Okay. And while I have you here, did you know there's an entrance to the Feywild near the village?
No?
Okay. The farmers around here seem to.
That's scary making.
It is.
Remember, lizardmen don't feel emotions internally. Other things create emotions from a lizard person point of view.
Very scary making. You probably see most of the people that come through this town, hey?
No, only the ones who can't afford to stay someplace nice.
There are nicer places in town. There's like 4 buildings here.
Yeah, there's nicer places.
Well, the person I'm looking for is also kind of broke, so.
Oh, yeah, they probably come here then, eh? This is the nicest, cheap place.
I'm wondering if in the last few months, perhaps the last year, you would have seen a half-elf woman coming by, possibly asking questions about the Feywild.
Yeah, I've seen someone like that, yeah.
I would give you a whole gold if you have any other information on her.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head. So I can check my guest book to see when she was last year.
Great. I'll before we leave, I'll get that information from you.
Sure. So he goes into the back. She stayed here 4 months ago.
Awesome.
I'm gonna look for them. If these two are like doing business around, I'll
Yeah.
just see if I can find the mayor.
Okay, so yeah, you can find the mayor. Again, he's got in front of one of the nicer houses on the boardwalk. He kind of sits out front in a rocking chair. He's sitting there. Again, he's a pot-bellied elf, Isaac, and he is sitting there eating his breakfast on a little table up beside his rocking chair.
Mayor Isaac, you have to come with me.
Okay. He picks up his pancake plate and starts following you.
I want to report what we found so that you guys know what's going on here, but I want to make sure my compatriots are with me because they may catch some of the information I miss.
If you want to grab him, we can step into my office, and he points to the door behind him.
Yes, but before we do, where could I get horses? We need to get to Aboulant as quickly as possible.
So old Jenkins sells horses.
Could we put it on the city tab? We took care of
Ooh.
your orc problem.
Yeah, but a horse is like 75 gold
What
each.
about a rental? A horse rental?
No one rents horses.
A lease. A horse
could
lease.
Look at hiring a coach, but
Player question. How much faster will horses make it for us?
horses you would get there in half a day instead of a day.
We could get a carriage. Okay, I'll get back to you on that. But think about it. Think about what your town safety and the security of knowing everything around is worth.
I mean, not a whole horse.
Mafia-ish.
I'm not meaning to be mafia. I just mean
It would be a shame if something happened to your town.
Nice town you got here.
how much you like your butter. I know a lady who can make that way worse. for
He
you.
looks at his pancakes. Oh no! With the big half melted square of butter on it.
Yeah. I'll come back and just like open the door to the Red Smoke Inn and like yell inside, like, "Are you two done in there? We have to go report to the mayor and head to Aboulant."
Right, he has money for us.
Not a horse worth of money.
Of course not. Those are like 75 gold.
Listen, you'll never get a horse if you don't ask for it.
Like, I get... No, I've definitely gotten horses I didn't ask for.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Okay, let's go.
Before I leave the inn, I'd like to address Rux and just walk up to him.
Yeah.
Rux, do you... Like, I kind of made some promises that I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to keep.
That's a bad plan.
Yeah. So I promised a... What was Cherry Boots?
Some kind of fae.
Yeah,
Fae.
she's a fae of some type.
Okay. I promised this fae Cherry Boots a bunch of saltwater taffy, and I was under the assumption that I was going to be like coming back here, and I could just, make it here on my
You
my
have a
time
year
off.
to do that, though.
It's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I thought it was a month for some reason. Rux, never mind.
Good talk.
All right. Head out and meet up with those guys.
Okay.
You okay, Kareth? You look like you've seen a ghost.
A little. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Fine.
That smoke does get in my eyes, too. That's why I didn't actually go in there. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Are you currently smoking?
Yeah.
Oh. Good. Great. Fun new hobby. Let's go talk to
Smoking for 60 years.
Oh, fun current hobby that you avoided doing around me. I take them back to where
The mayor.
Bear's house is.
Yeah. So he brings you inside to an area that is like there's windows looking out to the street and the shutters are open, and he sits behind a desk and motions to some smaller chairs than the one he's sitting in on the other side of the desk.
Alrighty, Mayor. I put my foot up on the smaller chair instead of sitting.
Mm-hmm.
We have some very important information.
All right.
Do you know of the ruined fortress just... No, Kirith, where was it?
Northwest.
Oh, northwest of your town?
Yeah, the old Helderfin castle.
Yeah, someone's going to need to go clean out a bunch of bodies from there.
Is that where the orcs were coming from?
Mm-hmm. They were doing some sort of ceremony of some sort, I think, to turn cultists into orcs. We only ran into...
That's unsettling.
Mm-hmm. We ran into 2 full orcs, I think. One who was cooking and one who was upstairs performing rituals. But they even had 2 guards, 3 people.
There were several cultists.
Mm-hmm. And we also found their war room, and I'll pull out the map and show it to him.
So he's looking over it and he's like, can I keep this or?
No, we're going to need it.
Oh, okay. So he quickly starts like writing notes.
Mm-hmm. If we find out more information and we come back through, we can definitely let you know.
Okay.
It seems like the threat is gone from you folks here.
Oh, so when you say clear out bodies, you don't mean like fight soldiers, you mean clean up corpses.
Yes.
Oh, well that's
Yeah, the wet work's all done.
Oh, that's excellent. And he goes to one of the drawers in his desk and he pulls a key out of his belt and he unlocks it and he pulls it out and he starts counting out coins and he's like, so I owe you 3 each, as he puts gold on the table for assisting taking the doctor out to the Aubert farm. And how, as a thank you for protecting our city from the orcs in that castle, how about, and he dumps the bag and divides it into 3 piles, 10 more each.
Okay, so we might be able, altogether, be able to buy 1 horse and ride it.
I mean, people don't rent horses, Isaac says, but you might be able to hire a coach.
We could hire a coach. Anyways, unless you have some extra pancakes, I think we're done here.
Oh, no, I ate all the pancakes.
It looks
And he
like
pats
it.
his pot belly.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be the biggest man in town. That's how we decide the mayor.
Okay, I slowly start backing up.
So, I guess try to hire. Would a coach be that much faster?
Yeah, so I would, again, if you're hiring a coach, you'd probably get there because, again, if you're on horses, you're going as fast as you want. The coach, you'd probably get there in 3/4 of the day, so probably mid-afternoon, although you might be able to pay a coach more to go faster.
A little faster.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
That's up to you.
Sure. Is it the same guy who has the horses who hires out the coaches?
Yeah, I'd talk to Jenkins.
Okay. I head down the street to go talk to Jenkins.
Let me roll on my random sentient race table because I was not planning for Jenkins to be here. So you head down kind of towards the end of the boardwalk, and there is a corral with several horses, and there is a large half-orc with a bunch of tattoos on his arm overseeing the area, and he is, calling out to a couple of scrawnier half-orcs who are handling the various younger horses. It looks like they're trading them.
Jenkins?
So he turns and he's like, yeah, what can I do for you?
Well, the mayor lied. He said the biggest man in town got to be mayor, so...
Oh, no, I don't want to be mayor.
Oh, well, he did say you might be the person to talk to. We need quick travel to Aboulant.
Oh, okay. So are you looking for, racehorses or?
Do you rent these horses?
Oh my god.
No, but Junior could take you in a coach if you need it.
All right. Is Junior a good driver?
Best of my kids.
How many of your kids are named Junior?
Just Junior.
Good, good.
Which is all of them.
There's also little Carrie and Hubert.
So how much to rent for Junior just to drop us off at Aboulant?
We could do that for, say, 7 silver.
Sure. I pull out my coin pouch and pull out 7 silver. Wipe off blood from some of it.
He's like, Junior, get the red coach.
Red means it goes faster.
Yeah, the red one's going to go so fast.
So yeah, they're, again, think kind of a mix between a stage coach and a noble coach. This is not designed to get you there in the greatest deal of comfort. It's not super plush seats, but it's going to keep you covered. You're going to be out of the sun. There's space for all of you to sit inside. And so you watch Jenkins' half-orc kids getting a set of 4 horses, and they get them all on there, and then a teenage half-orc is like, hey, I'm ready to take you whenever you're good to go.
Everybody got everything?
Think so.
Load my trunk into the wagon.
Yeah.
You have a trunk worth of stuff.
Does it have straps to wear as a backpack if you
Yes.
need to? Okay.
And your personal stick as opposed to the garbage stick you got from New York?
The fancy stick.
Is it really that fancy?
Well, it's not like obviously broken, which is nice.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The fanciness is he sanded it one time.
Master always said that it's good to maintain your weapons once.
Polished your staff.
Master just wanted you to calm down. But you misunderstood.
I'm taking the inspiration, but it's for TJ's wine.
Well, inspiration does carry over from previous sessions. So
I had already spent it.
okay, you spent it. Okay. So you guys get into this coach, and it is a spring day, so it gets a little warm in basically a wooden building on wheels as you head along with Junior on top, and he's pretty quiet as you ride along. You're watching the countryside flash by through the little windows that you have curtains to close off.
I'll nervously be kind of playing on my flute to try to distract myself.
Okay.
I'll be dead to the world asleep.
Okay.
I was going to ask Grimlock a question, but if
Wake
he's
him up.
asleep, nah, I don't care that much.
Are you filling the coach with pipe smoke to the detriment of
Just-
Olivia?
Just sitting on the back looking at where we're coming from
Yeah.
and just pondering and smoking a lot.
I'm glad he's not in. You're not inside the coach.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're
up top.
sitting on the roof, looking
Oh,
back.
I fig- or like, is it a proper enclosed?
like a stage coach.
Oh yeah, then
kind
I'm
of-
filling the whole thing with smoke.
I try a bit with pan flute music, but I think I give up after a while, and I'll just put my head arm and head out the window to try to keep fresh air.
Yeah.
Random
was-
bugs hitting me in the face.
It was the smoke that lulled me to sleep. It reminds me of the mines.
Of the mines. Hey, this is Kirith from Ad-lib Heroes, and if you like Dungeons & Dragons and heavy metal, be sure to follow the contributing artists who wrote our intro and outro, Balragath, on all of their social media and their Bandcamp.
If you're enjoying Ad-lib Heroes, don't forget to rate and review us in your favorite podcast app. It will help other people find our show.
So as you, a little after midday, you start to reach the Verdant Bridge, which is the huge bridge over the river. So you have to slow down because there's more traffic here. And you start to hear the wooden wheels clicking over the careful cobble work of the bridge.
Would I know? Is there a city guard or someone I would know of authority in Aboulant?
So when was the last time you were home?
Probably I'm gonna say two months maybe.
2 months? Yeah, you'd probably know the local watch near your place.
Mm-hmm. I would say I've been away at university,
Right.
not necessarily moved away from home yet. So
Right.
yeah, I would kind of lean even further out, most of my body out of the carriage window, and give Junior some directions.
Okay. So as you are reaching Aboulant, the town has grown over the short walls that were originally designed to protect it. There are a lot of newer businesses, especially stalls.
As we were to started going over the cobble bridge, I would have snapped awake. And
Yeah.
Some nice masonry.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually built by dwarves.
Not surprised.
Mhm.
We're the best.
So yeah, east of town, there are a bunch of businesses that are selling supplies to people heading to Chateau Soldat, which is where a lot of adventurers head looking for work, because there are a lot of missions that head out into the Ashura Badlands that are hiring people. So this is the last fully peaceful trade town before you start heading into kind of the wilderness. So there's a lot of a lot of smiths, a lot of armorers, a lot of suppliers outside the town walls. Most of the people in the town dislike the people who are selling outside the town walls.
This has grown out quite a bit. Like from when I was last here. Which wasn't years ago. You guys, keep forgetting you guys are so old.
And you can also see Chateau Cording, which is the castle of the local lords sitting on a hill overlooking the town. The red circle is somewhere north of that chateau.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should just go tell the guard, city guard, and then they can do something about it.
Is there a town headsman or mayor, council,
Well, there's
someone to
the Lord.
actually contact the Lord? Because they're not going to see us.
You don't know. But
I mean, I have a pretty fair idea of how nobility sees the common folk, but sure, this is your town. Lead the way.
well, I mean, yeah, we probably do need an appointment. And like, you're not like 100% wrong, but also I'm going to be really famous someday, so I won't need to. But I'm not quite famous yet. So.
Aren't your parents kind of a big deal? Couldn't we just kind of
Oh yeah, they're
harp on that?
a super big deal.
So the leader of the town is Comtesse Adeline Corbus.
Okay, Countess Aboulant Cordis.
And Comtesse Corbus, has seen your parents on official functions, but it is not like they have a direct line to her.
I mean, it's almost like they have a direct line to her, but not quite. You know, Comtesse Cordis that's the leader here. She's quite busy person. So you know what? You're right. We should maybe just, you know what? Let's not abuse our station as important folks, and we should just use the appropriate lines of communication. So the city guard probably would be a good way for us to go.
If it comes to it, if you can get us to the right door, I can knock on it pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We could try that secondarily.
So where do you want to head? The first place you would talk to the guards would be at the city gate. Those wouldn't be the guards you know well. You'd know them closer to your family home a bit better because this is a town of several thousand people, so...
Yeah, maybe, we could just head to my house, make sure everybody there is okay, and go talk to the guards that I know around there. Plus, I think my family owes you money.
They do. How concerned are you with this town? Every minute counts right now.
I'm very concerned. I just don't know how well the guards out here are going to believe me. But we can start at the gate. Just tell everybody we see. Just keep telling people.
Whoever you think is going to get us to the town leader fastest.
Who do I think is going to get us to the town leader fastest?
You would probably have a better chance talking to guard leader Suzette Harris, who basically handles the guards near your home.
Guard leader Harris has always helped me. She was my in-school constable, so guard leader Harris has a personal connection even with my parents, so made sure I stayed out of the devil's weed and
Lead the way.
Wait, how fortified is this town? Is it like the walls around it?
The walls around it are about 8 feet high, so for a town of several thousand people, that's not very fortified, and the town has sprawled over the walls.
Okay. Should probably, going through the proper channels might take a while, all these people on the outside of the wall, not that the wall's going to do a ton, it's better than just being out there.
There's a castle.
these people are south though, right? And the map has it north.
Yeah, so
they'd have to-
between the town, there is already the Comtesse's castle.
Yeah. So hopefully, but I mean, I don't put a lot past orcs. Maybe once we get the people who are first affected, warned, then we could keep moving out and out just to make sure everybody knows.
Junior stops the carriage because you've reached the gates.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I paid your dad, Senior
Yeah, no.
Senior Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if anyone needs a ride back.
Oh, sure. You did a great job. I will give him 2 copper.
Okay. It's like, thanks.
I will give him 5 copper.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry. I thought. There we go.
Well, I thought that was a $5.
I thought that was a favor. Sorry, it was a toonie. So yeah, let's skedaddle.
Yeah. So yeah, at the gates they would have charged you tax if you were coming through with horses, which is why
He stops.
he stops there. So
We
Yeah.
head on in.
yeah. So yeah, you again, it doesn't take you long because you're not bringing in a bunch of stuff for sale or anything. They do take a quick look through Grimlock's trunk and seem very disappointed that there is nothing of value there.
Okay, those are some military-style pots and pans. Like,
Yeah.
Rock collection.
Do they seem upset by how many copper teeth we have, or do we keep those like on our body?
I do not know where you're keeping them.
I'm not keeping them at all.
I have all of them.
Okay.
They just didn't wanna touch 'em.
They look at you and they're like, yeah, go on through. They do not pat you down.
You touch him. No, you touch him.
Yeah, that's
see
fair.
fleas jumping off of them.
So are you heading to the guard headquarters near your house or to home?
Guard headquarters first.
Okay.
Kirith made me feel bad about wanting to see my mom and dad.
So the guard headquarters, again, there are several throughout the city. It's about 2 stories tall. Think, again, a little bit like a Wild West sheriff's office. There's an area open to the street. There's a couple cells in the back. And then upstairs, they've got rooms for the guards to sleep in if they don't have homes elsewhere in the city.
I will come walking briskly in like I have business.
Okay. And you see guard leader Harris. She is sitting behind the front desk. She's got her spear and her shield over to the side. She's got a big scar down her cheek.
Guard leader Harris. It's me, Olivia.
Oh, yeah, the little Fortier.
Yeah. So we have some really important, actually, military news. I know that's not what you would usually hear from me.
Yeah.
But we were just, were we west, east? Where were we?
You were to the northeast.
We were
Or
north.
northwest, sorry.
We were northwest of here.
Ralu.
In Railu. And we helped with an orc incursion there, and they're now headed here.
Ooh, how many?
Grimlock, do you remember? I don't like talking to guards.
I don't remember, but it was enough that like
Hell, it was around 40.
Oh, okay. That's
Mixture.
nothing to sneeze at.
No, mixture of orcs and cultists.
Well, that's better news than 40 orcs.
We don't have a guarantee of how many are orcs and how many are cultists. That could be 39 and 1 either way. We have verified evidence, like we all saw it. They were committing the ritual to turn people into orcs in their stronghold there, so they could have done that to any number of them. They were keeping some kind of beasts, so they might have animals or attack wolves or something with them.
Yeah, we have this. I pull out the map. This was in there.
So she's looking at the map and she's like,
I know.
there's like nothing between the castle and the river, really, is there?
Do I know of anything?
So she's looking at you because you're a Fortier.
I'm just gonna see if my mom is home, because it's like a block from here, right?
Yeah,
Or like,
like 2 blocks.
okay. I'll you start working on getting us that connection, and we'll run.
Yeah, so she grabs a couple of the guards that are near her, and pretty soon there's alarm bells ringing to tell the guards to be on alert. The gates to the town proper are starting to close.
I'll grab my mom or her top student or whatever, and we'll head for the castle, I guess,
Okay.
to give more information.
Yeah. Come back here as soon as you know.
Oh, here. Okay. We'll come back here.
Yeah, they won't let you through the gate without a guard now.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Let's head to...
Real quick. Captain? Leader Harris, how many men can you mobilize in like a day? Less than probably at this point.
Less than a day, probably about 250.
Okay, that's probably enough to deal with 40 orcs.
Mm-hmm. It's just, where do we need them?
Yeah, that's fair.
Leader Harris,
Yes.
I killed an orc.
Congratulations. Good work.
It was awful.
The orc, yeah.
And killing things.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not great.
Thanks.
She does not actually seem to have much sympathy for you.
Yeah, I know. Her profession is
Yeah.
to have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Her profession is bullying the poor.
And we're going to go.
Yeah.
Great seeing you. Lovely to see you again.
So, what does Chez Fortier, your family home, look like?
So my family is upper middle class, so pretty big lot of land, and the house looks like it should be kind of nice with a nice lawn, but there's actually a lot of like weird additives to it that are like badly constructed. So there's like a crow's nest observatory, which doesn't look necessarily safe, kind of like
Or accessible.
like there's a rope hanging down that you have to like climb up it, and like there are as a badly built hut for like horses and stuff, and space out front for there's right now maybe one tent out front. So like as we approach, Olivia would be like, yeah, that's the students stay out front if we're out of rooms, or if like, you know, some of us come home, and then yeah, that's Dad's mural. On one of the walls, it's like stick people. It's very like, looks almost cave drawing-esque.
It's a good idea to protect your assets. Like if you're renting horses all the time, like a stable's a pretty good investment.
Well, those are usually for traveling students so that they don't have to pay for like stable fees and stuff.
You live in a school?
My mom's kind of well known for her maps and stuff, so people just started showing up at. I actually don't remember when it started, but like random people would just show up at our house, and then she'd let them stay. But then that person would want to keep apprenticing under her, and then someone new would show up. So we just had to keep adding spaces. I like lived in a room with like 3 random people for a while. One was this really old gnome lady. She was actually really cool, but like she didn't have any sense of direction. It was kind of sad.
I'll lean in for a sidebar. Is this a sweatshop?
What is your mom really well known for?
Cartography, so going out, looking at the land, being able to change that into...
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've never heard of map sweatshops.
You never know.
Meanwhile, all these Korean animators in the basement drawing maps.
Please enjoy my family's cartoon collection.
All right. Yeah, let's... I guess that makes sense. That's your mother would have at least a little more knowledge on, or be able to shed some light on why they would be heading
Headed
to
there.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you head inside. I assume that in the main part of the house, there's like a bell on the door that rings as people come in.
Yeah.
And you hear your mother from the back room say, be out in a minute.
Mom, it's me.
Oh, welcome home. And out comes a tall, thin, graceful woman with bright white hair done in braids. She has very bright blue eyes, and she comes rushing forward, and she gives you a hug, and she's like,
This is Kirith, the guy you hired to bring me here, and
yes, we met when I hired him.
Oh, right. Sorry. And this is Grimlock. He was the baker at the inn that we stayed at the town that we stopped. Okay, hold on. So when we were coming back from, I didn't win I got second place in the.
Second place is all right.
I mean, listen.
They talk over each other for like 5 minutes.
Orcs are coming to attack this town, and we need to know what is here. I pull out her map and like show her the circle.
So she's looking and she's like, oh, that's a problem. There's an escape tunnel out of Chateau Cording that leads right there. There's like a grate in that hillside.
How would our orcs? I guess orcs are. Do they lose any intelligence? How would they know this?
I hold up the copper teeth because they were soldiers of Toussaint before they were orcs.
I wonder if.
Oh, well, then they're not coming to attack the town. They're just coming to kill the Comtesse, I guess.
I mean, they could be. That'd be a way directly into the castle, but they'd have to get past the gate and then through the traps in the escape tunnel. I assume it's trapped. I'd trap it if I built it.
If they have a shot of success, though, like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should go. I think we should go warn them. Also, you think the soldiers chose to not go back to their families and to become orcs?
Not everyone has a family to go back to, and a lot of us felt betrayed by the country we fought for.
Yeah. I grabbed my mom's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the topic of
You're
conversation.
an 18-year-old and I just went really real on you.
Even if you don't agree with it, I don't think anybody should be murdered in their home.
No, I'm not justifying their decision. I'm just saying that I understand where it came from.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to hold Kira's hand.
I turn around. I light my pipe.
We're going to go back. We've already told Leader Harris, so she's going to help us get to Comtesse.
Okay, be careful out there.
Yeah, I will, for sure. I'm glad it was you and not Dad. Dad probably wouldn't let me go. Okay.
Oh, he definitely wouldn't.
Okay, well, I love you very much. I will try not to die, and...
Do you know anybody that speaks Orcish?
Oh, do you know anybody that speaks Orcish?
Yeah, I mean...
Or can read it?
Yeah. Figured, Ken. He's out with your dad right now buying some pigments.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll maybe come back after our meeting or we could leave it here and he could translate it.
We should take it with us in case
we
make it to all the way up and they have someone who can decipher it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Emirates left you some papers and a letter.
Oh, okay. Left them for me. Was she going somewhere?
Yeah, she was heading back to Ralu, the capital. She seemed to think she could be there for a long time.
Oh. Okay. Well, maybe I'll...
They'll be waiting for you when you get back. This is very important.
Yes. I give my mom, I have to stand on my toes, but I give her a little kiss on the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
I've missed you.
I missed you too.
Okay. Time to go save the town.
So you go rushing back to the guard leader?
Yeah. That was my mom. She's kind of great.
You guys are adorable.
She's super smart and stuff.
Makes me miss Pop Pop.
Aw, is that your dad?
Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
It's very nice.
So
Anyway.
when you guys get back to the guard post, guard leader Harris is outside with a couple of other guards.
Okay, so it's not great news. My mom, my mom says that this is an escape route, like a grate out of the castle.
Oh.
Also, should I not just tell everyone that? That's probably some
Yeah, we
secret.
shouldn't tell everyone that, but you and I need to know that right now.
Yeah, okay, let's go tell the other people.
Yeah, let's go tell the Comtesse.
Yeah.
Great.
Going deep into the noble land where Kira loves to be.
So you guys head to the north gate of the city, just kind of rushing through. There are bells ringing, but a lot of people don't know what the emergency is. So there's people kind of wandering around the house. People kind of try to step out to stop Guard Leader Harris, and she just keeps going by.
I will take on the position of like town crier and just be like, "Don't panic, go into your homes." Like
You're just yelling as you go through?
yeah, I have a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, return to your homes, remain inside.
I just yell to people, "Don't panic, it'll work great."
There's nothing to panic.
Nobody panic. There's just some orcs coming.
Save your children.
Kirith, shut the hell up.
So yeah, when you get to the north gate, Harris has a quick conversation with the guard leader in charge there, and they open one of the side exits for you guys to get out and rush up to the castle, which takes about 5 minutes when you guys are all running as fast as the guards in their chainmail can.
If there's like a moment, I mean, it's only 5 minutes, but as we're kind of running, I'll just kind of tug on Kirith's arm and just be like, just a note, like if we go hang out with my family again, maybe don't mention like the horrors of war around my dad and stuff.
I'll do my best not to talk.
But I don't mean not talk. It's just I had a brother who's in the war.
Understand.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't know. It's okay. And around my mom, it's okay. Just not my dad.
Oh, Kirith's right. He probably shouldn't talk anyways.
That's fair.
If track record is
Yeah,
anything.
if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of an asshole.
Hi, this is Joey from Ad-lib Heroes. If you're enjoying the story I'm telling, you can read my first novel, True Son of the Empire, available on Amazon as both an ebook and a softcover. The sequel, True Sword of the Empire, will be out any day now.
This is Grimlock Sea Spray, and my sensei always said to follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Ad-lib Heroes. Do I get inspiration for that?
All right, so you go rushing to the front gates of the castle. You find that the portcullis is down, but the gates themselves are open. Most of the castle staff is in the courtyard, and there are a few guards there with them.
Did you send... Harris, did you send a runner up here already?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope they haven't like already started going out the tunnel straight into the trap.
The orcs shouldn't be there by now anyway.
Okay. Who's in charge here?
So, guard leader Harris goes and she starts calling at the gate, and the person who steps forward to answer her is a dwarf, an older dwarf, so well-groomed, white beard, bald head, and he is wearing fancy clothing. He comes forward and he says, the warning's a little late. There's already fighting inside the castle.
Oh, gosh. Let's...
How did they get here so fast? They only left a day before. They only left the day before.
They left the night before. So you can roll me a quick investigation check.
Good joke.
That rule's just right.
If you're so, it makes sense that if you're a soldier as well, this investigation would make sense.
11.
If you forced marched all the way through the night, so if they did not stop for anything, which would mean they probably have 1 or 2 levels of exhaustion right now in game terms.
Okay.
I guess we go in, right? That's what we got to do.
If we
Your
can-
comm test might already be lost.
What about children or servants or other people in there?
So as you're looking, there are a small number of guards and a lot of civilians in the courtyard right now.
We should stop them from getting back out and into the town. Who knows how much more they'd want to take. she may be lost, and that will be sad and unfortunate if she is. But
You're right, there might be servants in there still. But they're not here for gold, they're here for violence.
yeah, potentially.
So the dwarf says they came from the old part of the castle, which is the more military part. So most of us were in the new wing, but the Comtesse is leading the defense.
Oh, okay.
The Comtesse, she is very militarily capable. She is more a warrior than a diplomat.
I forgot to tell you guys. She always is at parades. Does she wear full plate or?
She wears full plate. She has a very severe nose and then a long ash blonde braid down the middle of her back. Anytime she will wear plate instead of fancy dress. And she always, even, like if she goes to a ball, she still has a long sword on.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that.
All right. So, plan 1, go rushing in and try to save as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So the steward, Loris Silvercave, the dwarf inside who's in charge, says they are bunched up at the murder holes at the entrance to the old castle.
Alternate option,
Go in from behind.
we take the same escape route they went in. They would have already triggered any traps.
Yeah.
That
if
puts
they-
us in a lot more danger.
Yeah.
But we can definitely make a bigger impact for sure.
Can
Otherwise
you
we'll
get-
just be in the line.
Can you get message that someone's going to be making that attack?
So he calls over one of the guards. Yeah.
Okay. Should we go? If it gets too hairy, we can run. We'll be the ones with the escape out.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you and guard leader Harris and the 2 guards that came with her circle around to the area on the map. You're heading through some rough forested terrain, and eventually there is you come from a thicket and you reach the edge of a clearing. The clearing has a little stream running through it, and one side, the side facing the castle, is a pretty steep cliff wall. You can see a bit of a cave in the wall. You also see a large wagon laden with supplies and weapons, and probably about 8 orc cultists. So again, big people of various races wearing hide armor, and they are standing around wielding mauls and kind of watching the entrance, that cave, and watching their war wagon.
Okay. Well, yeah, if we can get rid of these people and even move their wagon away.
There's 8 of them though. We can't just run into it, I don't think.
No.
Because there's 6 of you with Harris and the 2 guards.
I could be a distraction. They won't be able to catch me. They're exhausted and slow.
They're exhausted. That'll probably tip the scales in our favor anyway.
How far away are they?
You are currently about 100 feet away.
Okay. So we could start sneaking up to them. I know a specific. I just take the 2, Grimlock and Kirith, a little further forward while we're discussing. Like, just 1 second. I know a song that can potentially make them go to sleep. Some of them. So
Yeah?
that would take out some of their numbers. And if they're already exhausted, maybe it's harder.
Hopefully.
So I don't know if you guys have anything you can do at far ranges.
I can throw things real far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically we could tell
So
Should we have guard leader Harris and her 2 guards only come in once we're going, like, into melee with them?
I think we get as close as possible. We spring an attack, and then we pull out the hard stops. We pull out the ace in the holes when we need to. If we can get a surprise, if we can get a bit of an ambush on them, everything's going to be a lot easier, especially if they're already tired.
Yeah. So I think if the 3 of us go ahead as more of a special unit, because I don't know how much.
No, there are 8 of them. I want them with us.
Okay.
I don't care if they find out I'm a witch.
All right, so what is your plan?
We would like to sneak up, and then I'm going to try to make some of them go to sleep, cast a spell.
I think maybe we make some ranged attacks first, and then you.
Oh, I haven't.
Because if we
I don't
can,
fight a lot. Do you think that sort of a thing will work even if they're in the middle of a battle?
like, flat out, like your sleep spell. I don't know. I don't know that spell. but-
Oh. Maybe. Actually, I think it is a save.
Is it sleep?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's sleep.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sleep does not require a savings throw. You roll 5d8, and that's how many hit points worth of beings you're going to put to sleep.
Okay. I could save that. Okay. I think I have 2 javelins, so I could throw one of those. Okay.
So each of the guards has a shield and a spear.
Cool.
They'll sneak with us, but we'll launch the surprise attack with ranged.
Okay. Everyone draw your initiative card.
I will give the guards a javelin each if it means that they can
Yep.
throw an attack. Like I
Yep.
have some extras.
Okay.
Yeah, someone took a bunch of javelins.
Yeah. For a
And it-
situation like this,
And
I
it
give
turned out very useful.
I give the 2 regular guards the like wood hardened ones and
Yeah.
a regular javelin to Leader Harris.
And is that with dex?
So because it is a thrown weapon, you can throw it with strength or with dex.
Yeah.
This is the guards.
Boo.
This is the bad guys.
Yeah.
So first in initiative is Grimlock. You guys, even without rolls, based on the fact that they are exhausted, so they are down. You can sneak to the edge of the trees and be about 20 feet away from them, unless you want to get closer.
20 feet is within the throwing range, or is that double the throwing range of the javelin?
Nope, that's within the throwing range.
Okay.
We only need to get to 30.
Oh yeah, 20s.
So do you want to be 20 or 30 feet? At 30 feet, they would have partial cover because of
Trees.
the trees.
Let's do 20 then.
Mhm.
Let's get clear shots.
Yeah, do 20 and then as soon as you throw back up a little bit so that we have cover.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll throw the first.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll be throwing darts at them.
What are dwarven monk darts like? Are they shuriken? Are they kunai? Are they
The rocks.
just straight up?
But like perfectly
Yes.
balanced, like
Mm.
it basically a shot put.
Shot put.
It's a rock bound in an iron band with like studs around.
That's mostly what
I
your
kind of
case
like
is
that,
full
like
of.
2 sets of studs, so it's almost like an X around the ball.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a rock you wouldn't want to get in a fight with.
Yeah.
Heard you described as that too.
So first one is a net 20, so 24, and then 19 for.
Oh, you don't have
first
to
one.
confirm crits.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
A nat 20 is just a
Nat
crit.
20 is
Oh,
a crit.
sick. Okay.
So you roll double your damage dice, but only add your damage modifier once.
Okay, cool. So for 9 damage for the first attack.
9 damage. Okay. So you hit the biggest one of these cultists, who is a half orc, in the middle of her head. Are you staying where you are, or are you pulling back?
I'd like to throw another attack before I go.
Uh, So I believe your Fury of Blows only works in melee.
It works on all monk weapons, so darts are
okay.
included.
Okay.
Specifically, that's the only ranged attack that is included is darts.
Because I thought Fury of Blows is an unarmed attack as a bonus action.
Oh, no, you're right, I think.
Rules check.
Yeah,
Rules
I think the first attack has to be with a monk
Has
weapon.
to be with a monk weapon. And then you can make an unarmed attack as a bonus action.
I think you're right.
Okay. Do you want to just go with that?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
check
I'm
later.
thinking.
We'll check later.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking 3.5 lets you flurry with anything.
Yeah. Cool. Works for me. Yeah, I'm back to the trees.
Okay. Are you going 10 feet back or a full 30 feet back? Or
Probably just 10 feet back.
Okay. Next is Kirith.
I will hurl a javelin. For 17 to hit.
17 is going to hit. Are you throwing it at the same big half-orc woman that you threw it at?
No.
Okay.
Cool. My damage die continues to not roll above a 1, so that is 3 damage.
3 damage to the human with a bunch of scars on her face.
Now she has a new one.
And are you moving back, or?
Yeah, back into cover.
Okay.
Do we throw at advantage or disadvantage, or just?
At advantage because they don't know you're there.
Yes. Just this twice. That's 12. And that's 7, so I'll take the 12. Am I proficient in?
Javelins, they are simple weapons. I assume so.
So 12 plus 4 is 16 to hit.
Okay. And who are you throwing at?
I'll throw at the same one that Grimlock hit.
Okay.
And it's a d6.
Yes. Plus the modifier of whatever
3. I also rolled a 1.
you
Nice.
drop her.
Oh, hey.
And are you moving back?
I will move back 20 feet
Okay.
because I want to be further behind.
All right. And guard leader Harris throws at the scar-faced woman and has 7.
So she
So
is
she
not
misses.
successful.
And she moves back 5 feet and prepares to defend you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
The first of her assistants hits the scar-faced woman, doing 6 damage. And the second guard critically hits the scar-faced woman, dropping her.
Those assistants need a raise.
And they both move to flank guard leader Harris. So there is a halfling that starts charging forward with a battle axe in 2 hands.
That's adorable.
A wood elf who makes the distance and tries to hit the first of the assistant guards, but misses. A blue-skinned woman who is Genasi, if you're familiar with that, but they are pretty rare. So if you don't know what a Genasi is, you see a blue-skinned woman who tries to throw a javelin through the trees and crits. But does not drop the assistant guard on the left. So we've got lefty and righty.
But her javelin sticks into the guard on the left.
Yeah. And a beefy armed halfling tries to throw it at the guard on the right, but misses. And then a human woman charges forward towards Harris, but doesn't get there this turn. So we are back to Grimlock.
I'm going to actually just charge to the closest guy
Okay.
out of the formation.
To the halfling.
Amazing. It's time to beat up some children again. Let's go. Right, and I'll draw my quarterstaff on the way over and give him might give him a bonk. 14.
14 is enough.
Right. So for 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And then give him a nice little boot afterwards.
Okay. bonk him in the head, and as he leans forward, then you kick him in the face.
Yeah. Although I may not. 12.
12? No. So your kick goes wide.
It's a little off balance from running.
All right. Kirith?
I'm going to stay a couple feet back and try to hurl a javelin into the wood elf that made it all the way up.
Okay.
My last javelin. For a 16 to hit
That'll hit.
for 4 damage.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I will just continue to try to take cover behind a tree. I don't want to get hit by a javelin.
Okay.
I don't care if the guards do.
So, is it hard to hit someone if they're engaged, or it doesn't matter?
It does not really matter. If you roll a 1, you will probably, then I will randomly choose who you hit, and it might be one of your friends.
Okay, I will throw my final javelin at the closest person to me.
So that'd be the last human woman who ran in.
Yep. Yeah, that's a 22.
That'll hit.
For 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. So Righty steps forward to try and hit the halfling with the battle axe that charged him, but misses. Guard leader Harris tries to hit the wood elf and misses. And Lefty tries to hit the woman that you threw at and does hit for 2 points of damage.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So the halfling tries to hit Righty and does for 2-handed battle axe damage of 6. Guard leader Harris is also hit by the wood elf, who has a full battle axe.
Or a great axe.
Great axe, sorry, yeah. And guard leader Harris is hit hard. She's not looking great.
Oh.
And Lefty is also hit. And Lefty is also just barely standing. The blue-skinned woman tries to throw at Kirith with a javelin.
Okay. Does my cover mean anything?
It does. It raises your AC by 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. It doesn't do dissat in this.
But on a natural 20,
I see.
that is 11 damage.
Howie.
And the beefy armed halfling tries to throw at Olivia and has a 16,
Yeah.
doing 6 damage.
Ouch.
And then it is back to Grimlock.
Is one of his arms noticeably beefier than
Yeah,
the other?
one of his arms is beefier than the other. It's coming out of the middle of his back. It looks really good there.
Righty and Lefty are taking a pretty big beating. Hey?
Harris and Lefty have taken a big beating. Righty is still pretty decent.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try and break that up a bit.
Okay.
Go over to actually the guy with the full battle axe.
Okay, the wood elf.
Yeah. And can I attempt a disarm roll on the wood
Yep.
elf?
So that is a contested athletics roll.
Mm-hmm. You can use athletics or acrobatics.
Or acrobatics, yeah. So she's going to use athletics.
Mm-hmm.
She has a 15. She rolled at disadvantage because she's exhausted.
I got a 6.
Or sorry, he. Okay, so you try to grab the axe. And
It didn't work, so I'm going to
kick
him in the back of the knee.
Okay.
For 10.
10 is not enough. Okay, Kirith.
Okay. I look over at Olivia and nod that, yeah, it might be time to pull out the big guns here.
Got it.
I turn into a giant spider.
Okay.
What?
I start running towards the the middle of the melee, like where they're protecting us. And
Yeah.
as I get around, because I'm Circle of the Moon, I can change as a bonus action,
Oh, nice.
which I assume all of the statistics of the spider, which means my HP changes.
Yeah. You use that HP basically as a new pool.
Yeah, yeah. Or almost as bonus HP once
Yeah.
it hits 0.
It works the same as temp HP.
Yeah. And I'm going to bite the or you said Harris was in trouble, and I'm
Lefty
gonna
is in trouble.
protect the guard assistant who is in trouble. Attack whoever's getting him.
The human woman.
Yeah. So yeah, and land as a giant spider and bite, and I rolled a 10. Great, cool,
'Kay.
good job.
So yeah, you get a tooth full of hide armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it's Olivia.
So we're doing big guns now. So I pull out my pan flute, and I will make sure they're all kind of within 20 feet area of each other, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to start playing a lullaby.
Okay.
And so that's an 8 and a... So I roll 5d8 to figure
Yes.
out the hit die. So that's 12. Plus 11 is 23 and 1.
33.
Oh, 33 and a 5 is 38.
38.
And I think it starts with the person who is lowest.
Yeah.
And then just drops as many as it can until it's out.
Yeah. So the ones that are engaged with the guards all go down first, and that has used 16. So the only one who is still up is the beefy armed halfling.
Hooray! I make them all go to sleep. That's a first level spell.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I spend that, and Bardic Inspiration lasts an hour, so I can use a bonus action.
Is it an hour or
I
a
think
minute?
It's a minute,
Oh,
or maybe it's.
I'm not going to use one of those. I'm going to save them because I learned about resource management. So I finish casting sleep, and I'll just keep the lullaby going.
Okay.
For now.
So the guards are a little freaked out by the giant spider and everyone just suddenly falling asleep,
Uh-huh.
but they are more so they take a look at the spider for a second just to see if it's a danger to them, but they charge forward and they are throwing their spears at Beefy Arm.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
They are throwing their final spears because there's one guy left, so they're hoping for the best. So righty throws the spear, hits, doing 2 damage.
Nice.
Harris also hits, doing 5 damage. And Lefty misses. And Beefy Arms charges forward and tries to hit Lefty. And Beefy Arms has dropped Lefty.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hey, gasp.
It is now Grimlock's turn.
I'm going to very conveniently run away from this giant spider that I don't know where it came from
Mhm.
and go and give Beefy Arm the big bonk
Okay,
for 17
that'll hit.
and 10 damage.
So Beefy Arm hits the ground.
And just going to yell out, like, guys, is he with us? What's...
Yeah, he's a friend of Kirith's.
Okay. I'm not even surprised.
Kira starts spinning words into a web, Charlotte's Web style.
I have another use of this. It doesn't matter if I quote unquote wasted it. I just shift back and like the bone crunching and just.
I run over to Lefty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lefty's
sorry. Are
down.
we still in turn order? I didn't mean to.
You're not still in combat
Okay.
I'm
because
only-
you've got 10 minutes before they start waking up.
We should just tie them up or something.
Nope. I'm only changing back because it's grosser to bite them to death.
All I will go over to where the guard assistant is
Yeah.
and try to
Okay.
heal.
So roll a heal check.
Do you want to help me, Grimlock?
I'll.
So can I give him
So in-
advantage because I got
Yeah.
the skill Jack of all trades, or the special ability Jack of all trades this level?
You need to be trained to give someone advantage with the aid action.
Oh, so I couldn't give him advantage.
In that case, I got a 7.
Okay. So you are not able to help. So the guard, and just checking his death saves, the guard leader comes up and tries to help and manages to stabilize him.
Okay.
As Kirith is going through doing his grim work of double tapping them all.
Yep.
Which, we don't need to roll
Nope.
it out.
No. After us nearly all being murdered in the tower, I'm kind of less.
You're not as horrified by it as you were the first time you saw him do this.
Yeah. This is clearly different from my previous experiences.
So Harris and her one guard that's up. Harris is not looking good, and the other guard is at about half health. And they're like,
Can you guys manage to carry her back? I point at the one on the
at
ground.
lefty. Yeah,
So maybe you guys.
are you
should-
guys going on? Are you okay?
We'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you guys are in the clearing with a bunch of bodies and the war wagon.
What? Let's start searching the wagon and the bodies.
Okay. So
Like those javelin
the-
back, please.
Yes,
war
please.
wagon has on it 30 steel-tipped javelins,
I'll take 2.
I'm good.
8 great axes, a whole bunch of 2-day-old pork,
Gross.
and as you're going, and then there is a place in the back that is a little wooden locked box that has an iron lock on it.
So as they're going through, maybe we just throw all these.
And a slot in the top of that wooden box.
Okay, can I try to unlock it?
If you have thieves' tools proficiency,
I don't. Can we try to axe the wood around it?
yeah.
I have thieves' tools proficiency, but I don't have thieves' tools.
So you would roll it.
So you take a great axe and hack your way in.
I don't, because I'm a weak baby.
I mean,
Deal with it later.
we can deal with it later.
Okay.
All right. So you guys go to approach the hole in the side of the hill.
Yes.
All right. And we'll call it for today there.